Okay, I want to talk about a couple of equations or a couple types of equations that can be very easy to graph, but if you're not careful, it's also very easy to make a mistake. First one I want to talk about is what you do when you have x equal to some number. Like, for example, you look here, you see x equal 3. Well, that is actually a vertical line, and the way I remember it is, here's a vertical line. This is how a vertical line looks, and x is like ax. So that's how you can remember x, ax. That's what you should be seeing when you graph x equal to a number. So for this example, graph x equal 3. I'm going to find 3 on x, and I'm going to draw a vertical line through it. Okay? So there we go. And that is my graph. And I probably should put arrows there. I sometimes forget to put arrows on these. But that's what a vertical line looks like. I realize that the y-axis goes like this, but if you have x equal to a number, it's x, ax. Okay? Now, y equal to a number is going to be a horizontal line. This is horizontal. And what does y stand for? Y stands for yoga. And it kind of looks like I'm doing yoga here. They actually have something called the warrior pose, which kind of looks like you're shooting a bow and arrow. But anyhow, y stands for yoga. So if you have y equal to a number in your mind, you should be doing this. Okay? So x, y. X, y. It's kind of like karate, you know. It's like, you know, if you want to get in a fight with somebody or somebody's going to punch out, you could just say x equal 5 and just, you know, get him. And y equal 2, and you know, it's martial arts. But anyhow, let's graph this. So I find 2 on the y-axis, and I put a dot there, and now I will draw a horizontal line through it. So here we go. Just like that. And draw my arrows, which I have not been doing like I should. And that's all you do. Very simple graphs, but if you're not careful, it'll be really easy to mess them up too. So just be really careful and pay attention. Now this one actually is not horizontal or vertical. This is a line in slope-intercept form. You can think of this as y equals mx plus b, where b is 0. So if you have a y and an x together, you're not going to do ax, you're not going to do yoga. It's going to be just a plain old line, slope-intercept form. But your slope-intercept, or your y-intercept, I should say, is 0. So I'm going to start at the origin, and I'm going to write this over 1, and I move down 3, right 1, and connect the dots. Okay? And this is really not a new type of equation, but I always include it here because really, if you think about it, all 3 types of equations look very similar, but their graphs are very different. So if I took the x out here and just had y equals -3, it would look completely different, but it's just one letter making that big difference. So be really careful. Let's do a few more here because they go fairly quickly. Y equals -4. Well, find -4 on y, and then do yoga. Yoga. See, I'm telling you, if you ever get in a fight, you could just start graphing these quick graphs, and when people see you doing this and this, they're probably going to be so scared they're probably not going to know what you're doing. They're going to be so scared they're going to run away. They'll be like, I'm not messing with them. They must know math. Okay, so let's do another one. X equal 5. I'm going to find 5 on the x-axis. X is like ax. So I'm going to draw a vertical line through it. Whoops. Vertical line. And again, I haven't always been putting my arrows like I should, but I really should be putting arrows because these are lines and they keep going. Y equals 1. Find 1 on y and do yoga. Yoga. Very calming. Okay, so I'm going to draw a horizontal line. You know, and you really don't even have to know the difference between horizontal and vertical. Just think of yoga and ax. Okay, I know a lot of people that have trouble doing horizontal and vertical because they're big words, but ax and yoga are easy. Okay, it's yoga, not Yoda. Yoda is something different. Okay, let's do another one. X equals negative 1/3. So I find negative 1/3 on X, which is right there. Just kind of estimate a little bit. And X is X. So draw a vertical line. And put my arrows in there, which I should have been doing all along. And then that's basically how you do the quick graph. So if you have X equal to a number, it's like this. Y equal to a number is like this. And Y on one side, X on the other is just slope-intercept form, but you go through the origin. So hopefully this helped, and hopefully now you know some fighting moves when you graph. You can protect yourself. Okay.